everybody. I am Aurora, also known as Lombre914. I am a predominantly Red Ball 4 speedrunner, but today I will be showcasing the All Badge Challenges category for Super Mario Bros. Wonder. This is a category extension, not currently on the board, but I am hoping it will be soon, where we use 10 different badges, each in 2 different badge challenge levels, and then we end the run off with Badge Marathon, which is the final gauntlet stage of the entire game. And so, without further ado, let us go ahead and get into the run, starting with Parachute Cap 1. Parachute Cap is the badge is the first badge you get in the game. It allows you to slow your descent upon using the triggers, which are the normal badge activation ability, but also, you will notice I am only tapping the button as much as I can, because holding the button for too long will slow your velocity, your forward velocity as well, which you don't want, so making sure to do that as well. First place. You'll notice we skipped wall climb 1 for now, and I'll explain that in a bit. You'll notice I changed my badge to Jet Run for Jet Run 1, which this is actually my favorite badge. It accelerates you instantly and allows you to have coyote time in the air. And right here, you can also do a technique called a crouch boost, which allows you to retain some slope speed after you have left the slope, which is pretty cool. Yes, so changing badges before the level, badge challenges automatically force you into the badge that they want you to use, but if you are not using the badge, it will say you have mastered it, and then offer to change the badge you use for you. Lost some time due to bad menuing. Here, we're getting to wall climb 1, and you'll see the next level is actually wall climb 2, which is why we do these in why I skipped wall climb 1 for now, so that we have less menuing to do later. Small mistake. Alright. Rather easy demonstration of wall climb, but the next level, wall climb 2, is probably what I would consider the hardest level in the run, other than obviously Badge Marathon. Oh, still saving 0.3, apparently. That was not very good on my PB. You'll see the number I have on my splits. That is how many times I have to press right in the menu, just so I don't forget. You will notice I'm warping to every stage. I have timed it, and warping to each stage is faster, except for... Ooh, that is not good. You'll see me ground pound there to get a little bit extra height, because the ground pounding gives you about a block, or, just under half a block, I believe it is, of extra height. This entire level is on a global cycle, so that mistake at the beginning caused me to miss the cycle, but, still getting... I have no idea what cycle this is, but it's probably fine. Yeah, appears to be about a half cycle slower than what I thought my PB. So, losing a good amount of time, but not the biggest deal in the world. Moving into floating high jump 1. Here's where we will notice that I'm using Nabbit, just because Nabbit doesn't take damage from enemies, which allows for less awkward movement, but also just faster. You can just go straight through these piranha plants, not even worry about them. And just run off the edge right onto the flagpole. which is a good time to mention that landing anywhere in the bottom half of the flagpole will not lose any time, and then above that, the higher you land, the more time you lose, up to about 1.1 seconds from the very top of the flagpole. Moving into Spring Feet 1, our first Expert Badge challenge. Although Expert is a little silly, I would probably say this is the easiest stage in the run. Just a little counting challenge. 1, 2, 3, hold. The thing about Spring Feet is it has very standardized movement, so it's not that hard to know exactly where you will end up, and then just bounce to the end. And that will be the end of World 2. Apparently losing a bit of time there. I do not know what from. Oh. Okay, normally I switch badges after, but press the wrong button, which is fine. That doesn't actually lose any time. Although I probably lost a bit of time just from bad menuing. Here, I'll show off, did a fast excel there, 1 frame switch from right to left back to right, saves about 4 frames if you do it perfectly, which I might have, couldn't tell. 4 frames, 0.67 seconds, a little hard to do, hard on the hands, but nice to show off. Oof, yeah, I lost about a second from just, like, really bad menuing. Oh, don't do that. This is another pretty hard level. Oof, yeah. No, that's not good. Crouching high jump also has standardized height, so you'll notice that I ground pounded under that platform to cancel out the crouching jump movement. Saves a bit of time. Oh, wow. Do that. That's a little slower than doing the crouching jump, but I would start losing a million years in time, so unfortunate showing. Hard stage. Not much you can do. Heading into Paracap 2, another level with a global cycle, much like Wall Climb 1, or Wall Climb 2, I mean. Or Wall Climb 1 also is on a global cycle, but not in the same way, not as big a deal. Here we will see again, just tapping the button, because if you hold it for too long, you will lose speed. Stalling here to wait for the cycle so that we can cleanly do this. And spin there, land right on the top of the slope, and jump to the flagpole. Pretty easy stage. That should be a gold. Pretty huge gold, actually. Wow. Had I really never gotten a good fairy up? Alright, moving into Invisibility 1, another quote-unquote expert badge challenge, although really easy one. As you will see, the invisibility does not come into play very much here. We can see our shadow here, come through, and then pick up the pot, and know our exact location. So, invisibility, not really. There you go. Heading into grapple, which is one of my favorite stages. I just think it's pretty cool. One of the most unique badges for sure. Luckily, everything's on a cycle here, so that was not really losing any time.
Goodbye.
And use the grapple to get to the end slightly faster. That should be another gold. Yep, small gold. In this level, we will get to see a bit more of what grapple can do. I will try to hit. This stage has some fairly precise inputs that you do with the grapple. Missed there. Yeah, you see that? I grappled at the top of the block, and that allowed me to retain some of this, like, jerking forward speed that I got from the grapple. Oh wow, apparently I'm losing a lot of time here. Huh. Probably just got a really good one. Oops, that is the wrong way. Alright, this level has a fairly difficult strategy, but has a pretty quick backup. So we will see if I hit it. Here we get to see some more Nabbit. Just being a really cool guy, going straight through the enemy. Land on that platform as early as possible to activate it. Bonk. Oh, that's not. Okay then. That's unfortunate. Oops, and missed the fast strategy. Wow. Still saving time here? I think my splits might be messed up. I might delete those golds. Yeah, because that was pretty awful. Oh, that is nice time loss. Free time loss, let's go! Ah, very silly. Alright. Heading into Boosting Spin Jump 2. Now you might have noticed we haven't seen Boosting Spin Jump 1. And that's just because of, the game treats pedal aisles very weirdly. So, internally it is seen as, World 7, even though it's the second level you gain access to. Fairly interesting. Losing quite a bit of time here just to the nonsense in menuing. Very silly. And here we come to the Expert Badge Challenge Gauntlet thing, Road at the end of World 6. Starting with Jet Run. That was really slow. Oh no. Taken to death. Luckily there's a checkpoint right nearby. That is Rip Record. Or no, that is not Rip Record actually. If I died, I had to miss the larger death record. So yeah, that's looking at me. Just under 10 seconds of time loss. But yeah. We make do. Nope, just over 10 seconds of time loss. Alright, and here we don't even need to warp. This is the only place in the round where we don't warp, so that's interesting. Just the levels are right next to each other, whereas they're usually spaced out. This is a little like Spring Feet, just a counting challenge. To fall off here, hold the button. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Hold. Roll twice, and we're good. Run forward, jump off the slope, twirl, and land on the flagpole. Is that a small goal? Not even that small? Here we have Spring Feet 2, also known as Counting Challenge 3. Hold the button. 2 twirls. Release jump. Forward. Twirl. 1, 2, 3. Fairly simple. Oh, have I not gotten good? That's interesting. Not a place where you should be saving time. And here we enter water stage. Unfortunate that water stages exist, but you know, have to do them. Although, dolphin kick is actually a pretty fun water mechanic. Pretty much just spam the swim button. Try not to bump low. Like I'm doing. Getting all the swag coins apparently. Oh, honking me. Yep, getting all the swag coins. Not the great. Oh, definitely not the greatest showcase this swag, but not a huge deal. Definitely not that much time lost as long as we get into the pipe clean. Which we do. Here, I'll attempt to showcase a very silly glitch. Nope. If you crouch out of the water properly, you can save a little bit of time. Or, well, actually, it doesn't save time, but you can, like, jump out of the water if you uncrouch properly. It's kind of weird. I think I saw it in a Reddit comment. Strange place to learn something about this game I have nearly 1,000 hours in. Here we go into Dolphin Kick 2, which I would consider less interesting. It's all cycle-based, and there's screen cycles, so you're not even close to being able to skip any of them. There's only one that's, like, moderately difficult. Or, like, not even moderately difficult, just, like, non-trivial. But for the most part, we can spam forward. And, unfortunately, that cycle's not gonna happen. Everything's just, you know. That is a little tight, but yeah, that's the only, like, kind of close thing. And then, here we can go for a pipe kick. There you go. That probably didn't save. That probably lost time, but swag strats. We love swag strats here at Baseball 2024. Losing 0.6. Oh no. Finally, we find a boosting spin jump 1. And here's where Nabbit's slightly larger than an Ace regular small character's hitbox will come into play a bit, so I do a little bit of a safer strat compared to the IL. Just ground pound the pipe. There's probably a better way to do this, but this is really safe and consistent, so it's still fast, so I don't really have to worry about it too much. It's looking like as long as this is the last normal stage. As long as I don't die in a badge marathon, this can record. Don't have to switch badges here, just play the game. And yep. There's no text box at the beginning here, so just go. I find this level to be easier than things like Perfect Run or like Champion's Road. But it's definitely a nice final challenge. 1, 2. Oh, messing up the ground pound. 2. Come back here and jump off the platform before it stops moving to retain its velocity and crouch into the pipe. Depending on the circumstance that we go leading into these pipes, we either ground pound or not. Ground pounding skips an animation, but just due to the circumstance in which we find each pipe, sometimes it's not as convenient. Here we enter crouching high jump, which I would consider the easiest route to run. Although it's definitely possible to mess up if you're not paying attention and forget to hold the crouch button. Which I have done a couple times. And ground pound into that pipe just works. This one and dolphin kick are probably the hardest to do quickly, but there is very little risk of death. Major time loss doesn't really happen. Spring feet, counting challenge. Although I actually forget my strategy here, so we will see what happens. That works. Here we crouch off of here to run on the missile bank. 1, 2, 3, 6. Don't need to count for that. Because running on them just adds their velocity onto yours, which is very nice. Here we enter the boosting spin section, which another pretty easy one. Crouch here to stall, cycle, jump. And now we are entering grappling vine. Pretty hard one to do fast again, but ooh, that is unfortunate. Small time. Just spam the button. And now we enter invisibility, which is a little nerve-wracking, but I'm pretty consistent at it. Oh, bit of time left there. Yeah, you can definitely get a sense of just where you are with invisibility if you get used to it. And that's a new world record, I guess. Definitely want to improve this category a lot more. That was not the greatest run of all time, but pretty good for commentary. I like this category a lot. It's a really nice showcase of all the different kinds of movement and stuff. It shows off all the different like important badges. And if you're a Mario Wonder runner looking for something new, I'd highly recommend it. It's a very unique way to play the game. So yeah, there's that. Pretty happy. I'm probably gonna go for sub 25 because it's beckoning my name. But yeah, I am very happy with this run. Hopefully my commentary was insightful. I've never tried this before. It's a little hard to focus on these two things at once. Unfortunate crouching high jump and jet run 2 deaths. Or well, I didn't die in crouching high jump 2, but those 2 levels, major mistakes. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you. Hopefully this submission gets into pace. Thank you. Yeah.